So once one has articulated their goal that they're going to be applying the astrological magic towards with the talisman, then it goes to determining which one of the classical planets, Saturn, Jupiter, Sun, Mars, Venus, Mercury, or Moon, is the best choice for my talisman. And it's here in Module 3 where we begin to survey various ways for us to actually make this decision. Picatrix really does quite a poor job at giving us any diagnostic criteria for understanding if one talisman is going to be better for us than the other. In Ficino's 3 Books of Life, there are some throwaway lines in there around finding a star, which is significant to one's nativity, but there isn't a very thorough discourse in what it means for it to be significant to one's nativity. It's my personal opinion that the traditions of Vedic astrology and Tibetan astrology have a much more complete and robust diagnostic categorization and system for determining which talisman and which planet should be the focus of an astrological talisman or the focus of our astrological magic. And so we cover several of those systems. And so as a group and individually, we walk through these systems together. There is one angle where we review the areas of life, namely the houses these planets rule. There is a perspective where one evaluates the area of life a particular planet rules. Thus, if one needed help in the world of finances, the bank account, the quality of food one is eating, their place in community, these are second house qualities of life. And so we look at the planet that would rule an individual's second house, understand its condition, and see if it's an appropriate target for an astrological talisman. It's easy for beginners to either have a lot of opinions or be surrounded by a lot of opinions of what is the best way to diagnostically determine the talisman they should be using for their life. But not everyone has the actual data of what it's like to be living day to day with these talismans and seeing how their actual reality has changed. Not only have I been experimenting on myself for the last 9 years across all my talismans, but I have lots of friends and colleagues who have been doing that just as long, and my teacher is even longer than me on that. So we have plenty of data and examples and case studies that help us together make decisions on how to choose which planet in order to reach my goal, rather than just keeping it a little too cerebral and theory crafting. Now, there are several diagnostic methods that we use in order to determine, hey, which planet is going to be the one that's going to help me the most, get me to my goal. And to do that at my level of risk tolerance to where I'm not upending my life in order to get said result. Like with most things, they say there's no such thing as a free lunch. So we're looking at the condition of house rulers. We're looking at the condition of the ascendant lord. We're looking at the planet that classically rules that area of life that you're interested in. We're also bringing in some techniques from Tibetan astrology and Vedic astrology in order to provide a more nuanced perspective on the causes of the problems in our lives, as well as potential solutions. Sometimes it turns out that the reason why an area of life is struggling is because of the quality of time itself. And thankfully, in these related traditions, there are the tools and the words to articulate the problem as well as their solution. And it's with that knowledge that then looking at making a talisman of certain lunar mansions or fixed stars become a more attractive option for us, rather than using the classical planets. And so by the end of Module 3, we have a very clear answer of this is the planet or fixed star or lunar mansion that is going to provide me the best shot at me achieving my goal along my own matrix of risk tolerance for my life.